by what I can't control. I've lost perspective through all these highs and lows. When I forget how good you've been, I know where I need to go. Well, I will run back to the altar. I'll remember all you've done. And I've been feeling so defeated, but I know you have overcome. And even when I feel unworthy, you still call me your beloved. So I will run back to the altar. I'll remember all you've done. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I tend to wander, sometimes I lose my way. But you never leave me, Lord, even when I make mistakes. Yeah. When I forget how good you've been, I know where I need to go. I will run back to the altar. I'll remember all you've done. And I've been feeling so defeated, but I know you have overcome. And even when I feel unworthy, you still call me your beloved. So I will run back to the altar, and I'll remember all you've done. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'll run back to you, Lord. I'll run back to you, Lord. I'll run back to you, yeah. Oh, I'll run back to the altar. I'll remember all you've done. And I've been feeling so defeated, but I know you have overcome. And even when I feel unworthy, you still call me your beloved. So I will run back to the altar. I'll remember all you've done.
Well, Ryan, thanks for making the time to be with us, man.
Yes, sir. And of course, I'm always glad, always honored. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man, I love listening through this new music, and I always love your records because you're really a storyteller in the way that you write, and a lot of your songs that you write are personal, or they're more like story songs, or they're ministry songs. But I'm reminded, when I hear songs like this song, "Back to the Altar," that you're a church guy and have led worship for years, and it feels like every record you do, there's a couple of songs on the records that are really more in that worship feeling and genre and lyric and melody and everything. And man, that's what I love about this song. I'd love to hear you talk about it a little bit. I love when songwriters take like an older concept like the altar and you give it sort of a fresh meaning and fresh life in that. So talk about the song a little bit and just the thoughts behind writing it.
Sure. Really simple, and I'm glad you said that. I mean, I am a church guy. I was born and raised in the church. I grew up in the church, and I was, geared in hymns, and that's how I learned about the love of Jesus, and a love for music was through the hymns. And so the, worship music, church music, gospel music is in my DNA, and I just love the power within it. And for this song in particular, "Back to the Altar," I wanted to write something. I wanted this song to just kind of convey a message for those of us maybe who have been walking with the Lord for a long time, but maybe have just kind of hit dry seasons or rough seasons or uncertain seasons with our relationship with God. Maybe we have we've kind of come to this dry season with him where we are just questioning his goodness, or we're questioning whether or not he's even there, or we just have a lot of doubts and we have a lot of fear. And we're obviously in a time that we have a lot of doubt and a lot of fear right now in our culture, in our society. And I just think, as I've been reading the word a lot more and over the last couple of years, I was reminded in the Old Testament where the Lord continuously told people to go back to that place of their first altar, to stop what you're doing and return to the altar, to that place where he made covenant and told us and promised that he would never leave us and never forsake us. That those altars were those divine, profound moments of deliverance and redemption and promise. And every time I start to spin out of control with anxiety or fear or worry, I really hear that still small voice of his saying, hey, return, remember what I've done for you? Have you forgotten everything that I've done? So why don't you just stop what you're doing, come back to the altar, remember your first love, come back to the finished works of the cross, to your first love, and remember that place where you knew in your heart of hearts that I have delivered you and I've saved you and I have good things for you. And this song was just a call to my entire generation and those of us in the church to come back to that place where we just remember how good he is and all the things that he's done for us, and to just really reflect on that.
Wow. Yeah, I love that. And even thinking about this song in a church service context, I mean, our church does a lot of ministry times at the end of the service, and songs like this really are perfect for that, because we do call people to make decisions at the end of our services, and sometimes it's simply just like you said, we get distracted, or we get a little bit just out of balance, or something begins to creep in our life that's not good, and so we just need to reset that in that moment. And man, this is what it speaks so beautifully in the song, is that coming back to that place, like you said, remembering what God has done, remembering who he is. And it's just I need that every week. And so, it's just a moment. And I think even in the church context, for people to be able to reset and refocus.
Mm-hmm. Amen. I agree with you.
Yeah, man, that's amazing. Well, man, walk us through. You got your guitar there, which is incredible. Walk us through. It feels like the chord structures on this are pretty simple, but walk us through what you're playing.
Super straightforward. It's just in the key of G, and I kind of did that intentionally because the first song I ever learned how to play on the acoustic guitar was "Lord, I Lift Your Name on High," which was just G, C, and D. But this song is just real simple. Just the G chord. And then the D, normally you would play the D down here, but I kind of slide it up. So G, and then I play this kind of open D, then an A minor 7, and then a C. I will run back to the altar, I'll remember all you've done, and I'll be feeling so defeated, but I know you have overcome, and even when. And it just kind of goes, that's it, just a simple four chord progression. So I will run back to the altar and I'll remember all you've done. Remember all you've done. That's it. Pretty easy.
Yeah, man, so good. Ryan, I really appreciate you sharing the song with us. I love songs like this because it's the church really needs songs like this that really speak to these moments in our services. So, man, thank you so much for writing it, and thanks for sharing it with us.
Absolutely. Thanks, Jimmy. I will run back to the altar. I'll remember all you've done. And I've been feeling so defeated, but I know you have overcome. And even when I feel unworthy, you still call me your beloved.